Hello, Magi, and today we got some pretty big news. So, if you saw my community post, then you'll understand what's going on. But for those who don't know, Touhou 17 has been announced. So that's pretty damn good, So, annoyingly, this happened again when I'm about to go to work. So I learned that this game is being announced. So the best I could do is make the community post and then wait, 10 hours, actually 12 hours at this point, before I can make a video. So great, this video is gonna be late comparatively to the normal upload schedule, but I'm sure you can understand why. So let's look at this. So Touhou 17, this one's called Wily, Beast and Weakest Creature. So as you can tell right here, interesting Shadow. The Shadow is portraying this beastly thing. Now I don't know, but it seems like the Hawkeye rod is just getting bigger and bigger every time. We'll discuss something about these crazy weapons size wise anyway. So I can't read any of this. There's the Reddit page here, which I'll show after, but let's look at this page first, okay? Now this is a game, so this is interesting right here. So from the looks of it, it appears that it's Youmu shooting, and then we have these rods blasting. I think she's summoning it, so it could be a new shot type, possibly. And then you see, can you see the mouse? Yes, you can. If you see, there's a purple and red thing here. This could be similar to how UFO works. So, how those we had the red, green, and blue UFOs. Now it's like animal shapes, which would make sense given the name. And you see here, so more shots of these. So perhaps this is her new shot type. And then there's a gauge down here. So, and then you see down here, these animals are lit up. So it looks like this could empower her or give her new abilities or whatever the case may be. All right. Now, and then more stuff here. Now I don't know if this is still Youmu or Marissa. No, this is different. This is a different playthrough because this one was easy. This one is normal. And also these could be, actually no, these probably are different. But just to let you know. Now this possibly could be Marissa or Youmu. We'll have to see. But then things to know right here. So this is the select screen. So you pick Youmu, you get the wolf, ghost, otter ghost, ghost, or eagle ghost, or whatever. I think it's trying to be ghost, or maybe I'm not too sure. But whatever the case may be, we select a beast. So this is kind of similar to in Antenemy where you chose your season. So you pick Youmu, Marissa, Aya, or Chiuno, and then you would pick your season. So I'm imagining this could be the same system, where you pick one of the girls and then you choose your sub weapons. Now the big kicker is Youmu. Now Youmu is coming back to this game. Now the interesting thing to note is that obviously Youmu came, her last main game appearance was back in 10 Desire. That was Touhou 13. That was 10 Desire should have been 2011, if I'm correct. Now the thing to note, it's obviously been 8 years, so been a while, but she's finally came back, so that's nice. Now the interesting thing about Youmu is whenever she came into a game appearance, main one, she was always the 4th character. Let me explain. So, in Imperishable Night, when she was a playable character in the main game, we had Youmu, Yukari, Marissa, Alice, Rumelia, Sakya, and Youmu and Yuriko, right? You can consider her the 4th or 3rd, but there's usually 4 characters, in that game. And then 10 Desires, you have the same thing. Youmu, Marissa, Sanae, and Youmu. But this time, from what I'm understanding, Yomu's the 3rd character. So it does change things up a little bit in terms of main game, because usually when I see Youmu, I'm thinking, okay, there's 4 characters. For the looks of it, there's only 3. Alright. So that's the last screenshot, but Youmu. So thing to note, Ghost Staff is pretty biggish, I would say. And then you notice the tail right here. Let me zoom in. If you notice Yomu's thing right here, the end of the tail shows a little beastly thing, and it's doing whatever, exhaling. So this could hint to something with it, the incident affecting her. And also this little part right here, I'm not sure if that's like an enemy or her new portrait or whatever. So just keep that in mind. So yeah. So that's good to know. That's one of the main things I wanted to point out. Youmu is the main thing in my opinion. Youmu is a playable character again. There's no more new yokais like Aya and Chuno in the main playable game, so you know we're not gonna have that crazy. But let's see. Let's go back to the webpage. 3 playable characters. So obviously we have Marissa. Well, it didn't showcase directly. We pretty much had a given it was Marissa, but still, Youmu as the third, not another fourth in a fourth character thing, is very different in my opinion. So yeah, animal spirits versus this is what translation. Animal spirits of the surface versus animal spirits of hell. Possibly the theme. We're getting 3 shot types based on the beast Ghost, Wolf, Otter, and Eagle. So, like I mentioned, I'm not sure if Ghost is a real word or like maybe it's a typo, but I'm assuming it's a word. I'm just not sure what it is. So yeah, you have 3 girls. So you have Raymond, Marissa, and Youmu plus those shot types. So you do have a lot of variation in terms of you want to play it. Claims is darker, wild, and slightly aggressive. We will see about that. Poke fun of writing this while dealing with kids, okay? And then let's go back to Rokaken. So if you're looking right here, I didn't point that out, but Rokaken, the story right here, this is a pretty long story. But again though, in the wiki and all that, it's always mentioned it was a long story. It was never displayed very well, but this time we have a really good showcase because in the games, at least it's portrayed pretty like a standard fighting games, and then in her portraits in like 10 Desires, we didn't see case it showing off because she always had it in her back, so we never really saw that in case as well, right? So this is like one of the times we actually get to see it unsheathed in like full crystal clear in Zu's depiction, because obviously Twilight Frontier had their own depiction as well. So just to point that out. So okay. So other stuff down here about possibly more description. I'll put a link in the description on the Reddit page, Zun's blog, and then the translation. This is the actually could have heard. Actually, might as well check it out real quickly. As long as it doesn't take too long, because I want to pop blasts out. Okay, let's look at here. Okay, it's a story. Yeah, I just mentioned that. Join faces with friendly animal spirits. Okay, it's supposed to be a shooting game. Yes. Anything else? Full release should be summer. The first trial will release at May 5th at the Reitase in Reiwa. Okay, so it shouldn't take too long. May 5th. Let's see. Let's see. What's it? 1, 2, 3, 3.5 weeks. So it's not that long for the trial, which makes sense. That's how this usually is. Because I remember, when Hidden, was it Hidden? Or no, Antenemy. Not Antenemy. Fuck! Hidden, yeah, fucking it was Hidden. Hidden was announced back when it was in Vietnam. It was shown in April, and then the trial was not too long. Luckily, I came back for the trial before it came out, so I was able to record that without any issues. So yeah. So that's a good thing to know. Wily, Beast, and Weakest Creature. So very interesting names. So it's gonna be probably abbreviated to WBAWC. Now it deals a lot with animals, obviously, and hell and the surface. So we're going back to hell from the looks of it. Now, will the hell crew reappear? By that I mean, will like the subterranean crew appear? Because obviously they're part of hell. Or will Hecatia appear as well? Because remember, Hecatia is also, well, she's like, one of the main badasses of hell. You don't fuck with her. So it's possible she gets invited. And remember, in Visionary, she was talking to Clown Piece about a trump card. So I don't know if Clown Piece is being involved, but the idea of her being in it would be cool. Now, to note, I'm not caught up in Visionaries or Wild. Purely due to laziness. Because you gotta remember, every time I read this, I gotta record everything I do, so it's a lot more work than simply just reading it, right? So I have an idea of what's going on with Wild without reading because people spoiled it, which again, it's not like the big shocker. It was like, oh wow, I'm not surprised. I'm surprised, shocked. No, not really. Okay, it was bound to happen. So yeah, like I knew this was gonna happen. So yeah, Visionary, I have no clue. So that will actually be interesting to see. But yeah, to note that those chapters, future chapters, could play a role into this. Just to note, I'm not caught up yet, but it could play a role into it. the print works usually will tie it to the game, sometimes in the future or in the past, but it will tie in some way. It doesn't have to be during the event, or it'll reference it. So, or it could be the catalyst for it to happen. Because remember, Urban was the catalyst for Antinomy. Well, actually, yeah, it was a catalyst for a lot of things. It was a catalyst for Legacy and Antinomy, and then Hidden was his own thing. So Hidden could be involving this, could have started this or not, or maybe something from Printwork could have mentioned this. But yeah, nothing too crazy I just want to mention. But that's as much as we got. So either we deal with the old hell, or maybe just like a cameo, because it's not impossible for old bosses to show up. Because remember, Kogusa did show up from UFO to 10 Desires, and while she really had no role, it's not impossible for old bosses to show up again, you know what I mean? So that's a possibility. Kaizen, because she is animals, so it's a possibility on that end. And she deals with a lot of it, like I mentioned. Hekachia, because she's, you know, top person of hell. Komachi possibly. Eiki, maybe, but you know, we're just dealing with animals, so anyone with animal relation could be speculating to this. Hell as well. So those are the two main things. And before you're asking it, no, Mima's not coming back. I swear, if Mima comes back, well, the internet will lose its shit. Okay, but I don't feel like this is really a good theme for Mima. I mean, hell yeah, but it's like very also animal based, and I really can't see, you know, her coming back. If she does, then that's awesome. But I don't think that's the case. That being said, I am happy Youmu's coming back. I'm really glad for the girl. It's been 8 years. It's not that bad. It could be much worse. All right. Sakyo came back in 2013, so it's not like it's a while for her. Sonic just came back in Legacy, which is 2015, so it's good for her. So all the girls have had all the human girls have had their appearances. Now, would it be crazy to say Sumuriko could be a possible character for a future main game? Would it be crazy? Because remember, normally it's all humans, except for Chirun and Aya. Those were exceptions. But would it be strange to see Sumuriko in terms of future game? It would be fun, because also I'm basing this on humans, and the only active human would be Sumuriko. Kane wouldn't really matter. Honestly, I'll never see Kane being featured. Akio, Kozuzu, no. So, and then Sumuriko had her own game, Valid Detector. So that's why I'm just hoping, but who knows. But yeah, Youmu coming back, that's pretty much the highlight, really. Yomu's coming back, and it's gonna be fun. You're gonna see how her slicing, dicing everything with her, the animal things working out well for her. Yeah. So that's it for this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you guys are happy to see the new game, because I am definitely glad to see it. It'll give me some, like, a day of content, and then maybe something more. But yeah, like always, this is Magi. I hope you guys enjoyed the announcement of Touhou 17. Really? Wily? Really? Wily? I'm gonna call it Wily. I think that sounds better. I'm thinking of Wily from the Mega Man, the final boss guy. So I'm just gonna call it Wily for now, okay? There's a proper way of saying this. Wily, Beast, and Weakest Creature. I'll see you guys in the next video.